Hey Flosstube, it's Julie, the Gulf Coast Stitcher. Today's Monday, August 6th, and I'm back for an update. Little life update. So I don't know if anyone has ever done this, but I scratched the back of my throat. Actually, a tonsil. So I was eating dinner, and Dan the man has a black pepper addiction. This is like a legit thing. Black pepper literally goes on everything except for dessert. And I'm sitting at the dining room table, so I can point this out. He has these awesome, like, stainless steel, because Dan, grinders that are electric. You push the top, this lights up, so you can see the pepper in the dark if you need to. And it has whole peppercorns in it. We have a salt one, too. We actually have two sets of those, because you need one on the counter and one on the dining room table, because black pepper addiction. Anyway, I'm eating, and I'm like, man, something feels scratchy in the back of my throat, but I just kept eating my dinner. And, wouldn't you know, I was like, felt like something was stuck, like, on the back of my tongue, which is a horrible, sorry about the graphic story, horrible experience. So I'm, like, trying to, like, gracefully get it out, nothing works. By the time I got it out, it was a black pepper, like, shard, and my throat was scratched up pretty bad. So it was uncomfortable for like a day, maybe two. Fast forward a couple days, and my tonsil is like gigantic and painful, and yeah, so got some tonsillitis out of that. But I'm on the mend. But that's what these rosy cheeks are about. Because if you've watched me for any length of time, you know that I've talked about having rosacea. Rosacea is awful. I mean, I know there's much worse ailments to have, but your skin being uncomfortable on your face like most of the time is a thing. And then I use really high quality makeup to cover it up because I'm self-conscious about it. And then whenever I get sick or don't feel well in the slightest, it's like radiating. There's not enough foundation in all the world to cover the rosy cheeks. So that's what that's about. Not a poorly executed makeup job, but an itchy tonsil. It feels much better today. I'm definitely feeling more like myself. My energy level's getting up a little bit. So I figured I would do a quick video, and then I'm going to take the rest of the day to sit and stitch. Although lately my sitting and stitching has turned into internet wormholes that I fall into. But we'll talk more about that in a second. I wanted to talk about a new Flosstuber to me. She has 3 videos, and I love her already. And that is how I found her. She's actually the winner of my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So congratulations, Betsy K. She's her YouTube handle, Flosstube handle, is Bird Stitcher Colorado. So Betsy, congratulations on winning. I'm going to build a package, which is something I really like doing, and I will forward it on to you. I already have your address from your purchase at my shop. I haven't investigated that, but you mentioned on your video or in your comment, that you had purchased Home for the Holidays, so I'm sure that I have it. But if not, hit me up, message me. So yeah, I'm so excited. I surpassed 2,000 subscribers. I surpassed it a couple weeks back, but then I had to film the video, announce the giveaway, and did the random selection. So when random generator popped up Betsy K, and I saw that her handle was Bird Stitcher Colorado, hello, I love put a bird on anything, right? So then that had me, I clicked on her comment to go check her out, and then was delighted to see that she had 3 videos. So I will link her in the show notes below. Betsy K, the Bird Stitcher Colorado. She's amazing. Betsy, I love everything that you're stitching, because put a bird on everything in this world, it would make me happy. I have some bird stitchy acquisitions and shop updates to share. I have not had a chance to go back and watch all of your videos, so you may have some of these, but if not, you know where you can find them now. So stitching, let me talk about I'm going to try not to be long-winded because my throat is still not like 100%. So, I've talked about her before. I have talked about my obsession with her bags. Noni, the Multi-Crafty Hermit on Instagram. She does not have an Etsy store to my knowledge, but you can shop her Instagram. She puts up pictures. She does sales, like a lot of sales. Often her sales include like buy two, get one free, something like that, or discounts. Her bags are amazing. Also, you know I love Made by Mama Joan. I think I have like all the current Mama Joan bags that I am in love with. There is like a gnat flying to the light behind the video here. So if you see something weird, it's not an apparition, I hope. Mama Joan bags, I love them all, but I think I'm currently caught up with the prints that she has of the ones that I felt like I need to have. Noni, however, like rapid fire spits these out. I don't know how she does it so fast, but she messaged me and was like, I made the perfect bag for you. You probably want to have this. You probably need this in your life. And of course she was right. I'm sorry. There's like a weird cast here. Trying to get me lit up without lighting up the camera. So she was so right. I have shown you guys her bags before. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And it was funny because in my last video, I was like, I'm not going to have more whips than I have project bags for because I need to clean out a project bag by completing a whip and then I can start a new one. Well, thank you, Noni, because of you, I get to have 3 more whips because y'all, she sent me 3 bags. I love every one of them. Thank you so much. And, I can't wait to see what else you find that just speaks to you. She'll message me and say, I just knew you'd want this. It had your name on it. And I know how that is. I have customers who I see a chart and I'm like, they need this. Some customers, I go ahead and order the chart for them without asking them if they need it because I know they need it. Because we're all in the same tribe, right? We see each other. We know like what you're into. If you've watched anyone's floss tubes for a minute, like I can tell you, like I can be flipping through some stash and think to myself, Laura from the Addicted Sisters would stitch this. She needs this. I see something Shepherd's Bush and I'm like, Leslie Hurley, if she doesn't have this in her stash, she needs this. And that's such an awesome feeling. And I was listening to Fiber Talk, the mid-weekly podcast version, and they were talking about retreats. So you guys know that I'm going to Midwest, so flippin' excited about that. I'm so sad that I'm not able to make it to Sassy Jack's this month with Robbie, but, you know, life happened, and every once in a while you have to make an adult decision and not just do what you want to do and do what you should do or what you need to do. So I had to bow out of that one, but Midwest, totally happening. I cannot wait for that. I also cannot wait for Market because I'm just going to tell you now, it's not coming until the end of February, 1st of March, but y'all know that's going to be awesome. I have 2 special guests, really 3, who will be working with me at Market. So there'll be lots of coverage and you guys will get to see lots of stuff. So we're all booked up and set for that. So lots of stuff coming. So that's why I was like, not spending any money on project bags. I have a zillion whips. I need constant encouragement and prodding to finish the whips I have because I have chronic startitis. But then came Noni and 3 more bags, so yay. Okay, these are in no particular order. Did I say 3? Yeah, there's 3. Okay, no particular order, but they're all awesome. Number 1. This is like Americana. Of course, they're vinyl fronted. These are the larger ones, which hold the big books, which works for me. And what I like about her bags too, y'all, is sometimes there is like a slight variation in the size, like 1/4 inch, but sometimes that's exactly what you need. So I feel like each one of these, like she takes her time, makes each one of them, and you know, they're not cookie cutter, that's for sure. Look at this. Look at the houses. I'm not a big hearts person, but I am a person who loves folk art, Americana, anything that's like timelessy. So I love this. Love the houses, love the flags. And she has such a good eye for like picking the interior color, as does Joan and all the other amazing project bag makers in the world. But I'm not I don't have a sewing machine or any time, so it's probably a good thing because I have so much fabric that I bought for finishing, for Priscillifying, and I haven't done crud with any of it. So I have enough fabric that I could probably make project bags for the next like 20 years if I had a sewing machine. So I don't know. I don't need to do that. Look at this. This is so gorgeous. Like, put a bird on it. Lisa Smith, female cardinals. Who else loves cardinals? Does Lisa Smith even love cardinals? I don't know. Nicole, the Buckeye Stitcher, does. I'm pretty sure. If not, Nicole, you should. Anyway. Birds, female cardinals. The male cardinals get all of... The male cardinals get, like, all of the attention. They're gorgeous. But the females are so sweet. I love them. Look at the interior fabric. I don't know if y'all can see this. Help if I learn how to operate a zipper. Look. Shiny! It's so pretty. And her zippers always match perfect, too. Like, she doesn't leave all the attention to all the details. Awesome. And finally, the reason that she even sent this package to me. Ready? Sarah Elliott, look up now. Sharks. I love sharks. I do not ever want to be in the water with a shark at the same time. I know I have been, like, unbeknownst to me. I don't want to cage dive or anything like that, but I adore sharks. Anything sharkish. So, look. Whale shark. Tiger shark. Hammerhead. So cute. I love it. Y'all have already heard my hammerhead story. This is amazing. Look at the interior fabric. The lining fabric, I guess. I should use proper sewing terms. I don't even know. Look. So, if you love this, look up the Multi-Crafty Hermit on Instagram. Hook her up. Hit her up. She will definitely hook you up. And she has wonderful, like I said, great sales, all the time new stuff. And she often throws in a freebie scrap bag. Look at that. So, for all your little goodies and things that you didn't know you needed, like these project bags. Thank you so much, Noni. I hope that everyone runs to your shop and checks out all your awesome goodness. You know I'll be back, because there's 3 more that I didn't know that I needed. So now I have to have 3 whips, but I already know what I'm doing, so not a big deal. Okay, so that was the winner, Betsy, Project Bags Noni. Now on to my stitchy progress. Hold please, because my throat is on fire. I know I'm going to get a lecture from a certain friend about talking and doing videos when my throat hurts, but gotta get it done. My stitchy progress. Guys, I have died and gone to heaven when it came to this chart, and I never knew that that would be the case ever. I showed it to you last week. This is The Music Teacher's House by Ronnie Rowe. From a way back, it looks like a photo. Up close, pixelated, black and white. I've stitched this with Anchor black, and I'm doing it on 18 count Ida because that's what he recommends. And I think I've talked about this. I can show y'all this little piece. Like, don't be scared of these crazy large charts that are multiple pages long. This one's 4 pages. That's not the end of the world. But I'm just taking them one 10 by 10 square at a time, which you can totally do. This is not like a HAID. So it's not like full coverage where you're going to be able to physically see where you've stopped and started on squares, because people do that. They take them one at a time, which, hey, whatever it takes to get you through your big giant chart, I get. However, you can tell that you've done that. These you can't really tell because they are all, like, pixelaty. So this is pretty much, I've gotten half of one page done, pretty much. Because, I mean, obviously there's some up here, but it's very sparse, super sparse confetti. Like, I can show you guys just bits and pieces, but like that. So, I mean, that's going to go so fast. I love working on this. This tends to be my Friday night while I'm watching Live PD. Shout out to all the Live PD viewers out there. While I'm watching Live PD and I can just kind of go box by box and not want... I don't know how to put it. I've said it before. Like, there's no stress in seeing... Like, I need to get finished with this bird, or I just want to get through this person, or I want to get through this motif. There's no getting through this. It's just chug, chug, chug. So I'm chugging along, and then I know that I'm going to take it out of this Q-Snaps, and it's going to be like, a photo, a beautiful photo, an amazing conversation piece. I sell Ronnie Rowe in my shop. I have more on the way from him because y'all had a wonderful outpouring of response. So there's more coming. Don't fear. If there's one that you want in particular, hit me up, message me. Best to message me through Instagram or on Facebook because my shop website sometimes forwards my email to my personal, sometimes it doesn't. So just for faster response, I'll get to you no matter what. But he also has some cats with some crazy colored eyes. I know Tamara Bowen was interested in one of those, and she was able to acquire one. So awesome. Can't wait to see the progress on that. Don't be scared. Like I said, I did exactly what he recommended. I did it on the fabric he recommended, and I am loving it. And then, of course, Betsy. Look at my birds. They're upside down, but that's okay. Maybe they just appear upside down to you. I don't know. Birds on the Q-Snap cover. Because this is a big piece of fabric, so that's one I needed a cover for sure. Don't look at my ugly. My backs, I don't know why we care about what the back looks like, right? I really don't. I don't care what the back looks like. I care that you guys think that I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, negligent stitcher. I cross country. It happens. Okay, so that's one. Then... Some Trust and Chariot, I'm not showing you today because I am in the home stretch. I will finish it today. Unless I like pass out and pass out from like PTSD from going to the grocery store today, I will finish that. And I'll show that on my next video because I hope to have it framed in a thrift store frame, but I still hope to have it framed. So this is a gift. I'm not going to say any more about that because the person who's getting it, I'm not sure that they watch Flosstube or not. But, look. I hope I don't have to tell you who they are. And that's my fear is when I gift this, the person who gets it is like, those ladies are cute, ? Who are they? But I think you can tell. I'm a Golden Girls fanatic, and so is the person I'm gifting this to. There's little fuzzies. It's not been ironed. It just come out of the Q-Snap. But I think it's cool. It's on a really cool piece of dyed. This is a dyed piece of 32 count that came from, I don't know where. My stash. I thought it was so cute. So I already have an idea to put that in like a totally 80s frame with maybe like some palm flora painted on it or something. I don't know. I'm thinking like Kirkland's from 2002. I hope I find something like that. Yes. And so that was so fun. It took a lot of colors. I was shocked, but it's like one strand of each. But I started and finished it over the weekend while I was like trying to chill out a little bit. So that's done. Started and finished. Yay. I have 1,000 more things I want to start and finish. I'm going to make a solicitation, which I normally do not do on my channel. But y'all, I have become like so smitten with old Christmas charts. All old charts. I think it's because I'm at the point in my shop where I have been through the entire inventory at all of the distributors that I have access to. I've spent the time to like page by page go through all of the inventory, and some of the stuff is really old, and I try to bring it into the shop because, I mean, I want you guys to have stuff that you haven't seen 1,000 times, or maybe you haven't seen in 20 years. The Ronnie Rowe, for example, the music teacher's house is circa 1999. So stuff like that I try to bring in. And I'm always surprised when people are like, oh, I've never seen that. I was out of cross stitch for a really long time and just recently dove back in like 2 years ago, like head first, for real head first with no life preserver. So there's a ton of stuff I haven't seen. And when you guys show haul, I mean, I die and go to heaven. I literally get on the computer, like most of us do, and I'm sure some of you do this during my videos, and I hit up eBay, and I hit up, like, the distributors, and I try to find out where I can find these things. I have some stuff coming that I found on eBay that was like, I feel like was crazy, incredible investments. But here's the part where I'm going to do a little solicitation, which is not really my thing. But if you are sitting on stash that you don't want, or that you love, but you're never going to stitch unless you live to be 250 like the rest of us want to be able to stitch everything. If it's Christmassy or old or has birds on it, or like, I'm not into cartoony, like, I'm not really into cartoony snowmen or anything like, I'm not really into cartoony, but I love anything that's like classic folk art looking, samplery, anything like that. If you're sitting on that stash and you just need to do a clear out, I am asking you to do that. Clear it out, send it to me. I will go through and rehome whatever I find that I can love on, and then I will save the rest of it to either give to Michelle Garrett whenever she's on her feet with this Alzheimer's fundraising, and when she gets to take a breath, and maybe it won't be for this year's campaign, maybe she'll want it for next year's campaign, or I will find a home to pass the stash to, do giveaways on the channel, or I will be more than happy to list things as a lot for you and donate that money to whatever charitable cause you fancy. I don't want to, like, I just know there's a lot of jewels out there, and every once in a while I see them on eBay and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sure people that I know and talk to every day are sitting on this chart and they're not going to do anything with it, and it's just sitting in a box somewhere. It's not that I don't, and I'll be happy to pay you for your stash. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there are a lot of designers that are gone, a lot of companies that have closed, and there are some real gems sitting around. I know there are. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Send it on. I'll happily make wonderful use of it and make sure that it's benefiting the community and benefiting the world. So, what else? I normally drink my coffee with, this is water, but International Delight creamer. I realized I am like kind of addicted to that, and it's not really good for me. Definitely not good for cholesterol. And I heard Trish 3 L Threads talking about that she had given that up for whole cream or half and half or something, and coffee syrups. I heard that one day and I just kind of moved on and didn't think much about it. And then I went to a breakfast place that has amazing coffee, and I had an Irish cream latte that was like knock you down on the floor delicious, and it was made with a coffee syrup. So, of course, I inquired, found out which one it was. You know me, I'm going to need to buy the things. Couldn't find it in any stores anywhere. It's on Amazon. I didn't want to buy like the giant commercial size pump. So, I found this. Starbucks caramel flavored syrup. I'm a Starbucks, like, a connoisseur. I love Starbucks. I love the iced caramel macchiatos with soy milk, because since I had my surgery, dairy doesn't love me as much as I used to love it. But the soy, they make it with vanilla soy milk. It's delicious. I bought this, y'all. It is horrible. So, and I'm not someone who returns things. I don't normally return things. I'm going to take this back to Starbucks. Even though I bought it at a grocery store, I'm going to return it to Starbucks and like let them know that I think it's awful in a very nice way. it tastes like alcohol. Like, it has like a rubbing alcohol aftertaste, even if you just use a little. And I tried, as you can see, multiple times. I'm not into it. It's not good. However, this brand, they only had the vanilla flavor. And this is the vanilla one, obviously. Obviously, duh. This is delicious. So, my new coffee situation that I'm all into is a hot coffee or iced coffee concentrate mixed with Fairlife milk, because Fairlife milk, if you like milk and you think that lactate is gross or whatever it's called, it's a lactate. That's the medicine you take. The lactose-free milks are yucky, which I think they are. Fairlife tastes to me like regular milk. I love it. So I do my Fairlife 2% with this. And there are like 4 ingredients in here. And that's it. So I feel much better about that. I'm sure it's not as healthy for me as water or black coffee, but it's better than I was doing. Okay, on to shop update. I know we're not supposed to have favorites. Favorite kids, favorite designers. Probably not the best business move for me to tell you that this designer is my favorite, but Heartstring Samplery, hands down my favorite. I said it, I ripped off the Band-Aid. I love everyone else. I love a lot of designers personally as people and friends, but Beth Twist manages to nail, like, sampler, check. Folk art, check. Cozy living room appropriate, check. Literary references from, like, books when you were a kid, check. I love it. Love, love, love their stuff. So whenever I find older ones, while I'm digging through the recesses of the distributors, and also from Beth directly, because she happily sends along whatever she has copies of. Her Etsy store was down when she was taking a break whenever I bought these. So otherwise, Beth, you know I'd get them right from you. So this is Someday at Christmas. Y'all look at this. Someday at Christmas, man will not fail. Hate will be gone. Love will prevail. When we found what life's really worth, there'll be peace on earth. Birds, a heart, poinsettia. This is very, very heartstringy. I'm going to call this the heartstring. The heartstring that wraps around the samplers. I love it. So I have a few of those, and this is an oldie with a photograph on the front, which I love. Simple Living Sampler. Look at that. Let's see if I can tell you what it says. I still find each day too short for all the thoughts I want to think, all the walks I want to take, and all the books I want to read, and all the friends I want to see. I love it. So cute. I love the heartstring border. Very typical. I love, love, love. So, that's on the list. And because the Addicted Sisters made me do it, y'all, they both have stitched this chart. They did a giveaway. I never win giveaways. I take that back. I won one from Kelly and Mama Joan. But rarely do I win giveaways. And I was so sad when I didn't win this that I was like, I have to find it. So if I buy one for me, I buy a few for you guys to have access to in the shop. But Told in the Garden, Voice of the Shepherd. And if you watch the Addicted Sisters videos, you'll see that they both did this on different counts in slightly different ways, and it was stunning in both ways. So, I love this. That's really inexpensive too, as I remember. My rosacea is kicking on this side, y'all. This is a rerun. I had it in the shop for a while. Sold out everywhere, got it back. Stitching and Quilting Party. Look at that. It looks massive. 278 by 265. It's not terribly massive, but it also comes with this cute little wooden button. So I know some of you have messaged me about this, and I've messaged you back that it's in stock. I have this and its companion piece. I know that Steph from Just Keep Stitching, has talked about how she loved this, and she got the Tropical Hat Lady. I've got both of these. I've had them for a while. I just wanted to let you guys know. Carriage House. Love that. As promised, last week I had, or last update, I guess it's been almost 2 weeks ago, I had the Blackbird sampler, and I have the Redbird one as well, and it comes with little tiny little button. The Blackbird one does as well. Kathy Barrick alert. Re-released this. And I know Teresa Vanette was talking about Kathy Barrick. Like, is she primitive? Is she, like, folk art? Is she... What is she? She's everything. She's all of the things. And of this chart, I love both of them. Of course, the cage bird, because obviously, and I love this too. So she always stitches in MPIs, but generally has DMC conversions, which this one does. So arithmetic book, you get all 3 bits in the chart. So, like, any of us need an excuse to buy something else, Kathy Barrick. There it is. All right, ink circles. I did a custom order for a customer from out of the country. I love when that happens, when people message me and say, hey, can you get me these things? And I don't mind paying shipping. I absolutely will do that. So international customers, fear not. I'll be happy to ship to you wherever you are. And these are 4 that I special ordered for a customer, so they can't travel by themselves. Ink circles, Reflections of Norway. Look at that. It's like got swords. See? Love. Ink circles, Red-Headed Bee. This is a smaller one. 115 by 115. So if you're like wanting to dip your toe into the ink circles world, this be a good one. Ink circles, Well Suited. This is also a small 115 by 115. That's not small, but it is for ink circles. I love the colors of this. I think this would be stunning in silk. Love it. And the new release, well, that was a new release as well. But so is this one, Reflections of New Orleans. And it's got like, I love how they have like little hidden things. Like I see horns. When I look at this, I see fleur-de-lis. I see crawfish. Isn't that something? Y'all, you know what this would be pretty stitched in? Louisiana Hot Sauce by Weeks. Yes. The color doesn't scream New Orleans to me, although I guess it's kind of coastally. And I think when I see crawfish, I just think of that bright orangey red. But, yeah. I love how you, like I said, if you look long enough, you can see all the little hidden wonderful gems. So love that. All right. Back in stock. Don't need to spend any time showing you this. Cinnamon Stars. It goes out and comes back. I'm telling you, that's like a regular situation. Oldie, but cutie. Christmas in the Country by Little House Needleworks. It's tiny. It's an ornament. It's so cute. I should have these in some sort of order, but you know I don't. All right, I'm just going to keep going from the top. Abbey Rose. This is a series of 3. I had the other one. Now I have the final 2. So, good tidings to you. Comfort and Joy. And I have the other one also. I like pink houses. Michelle at the Striped Rose. Pink houses. So cute. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and show this one. Okay. So, Lisa Smith showed this, and I was like, stop the presses, see if we can find it. Male and female cardinal. And it's one of those, it's old, it's cardstock. It is from, I don't even know when, 1989. Am I going to show you any chart? No. It's the big giant fold out kind. But the whole thing is like high quality. So, Crossed Wing collection. I loved it. In fact, I may go see if I can find more of these because they were inexpensive. They're obviously old, probably out of print. They're just leftovers, and they're great. You know it's a good sign whenever you get a chart and the fonts are all handwritten. That makes me think about the early Raise the Roof designs. Love. Okay. Plum Street. Again, I don't need to spend any time on these. You guys have seen these by now a zillion times. Cowpile, Henpeck, Lisa Sparkman. You need this if you don't have it. I'm not big on these farm animal situations, but this one's cute. Re-release bowl of Scary, full bowl of Scary 1. I have all three, maybe 4. I don't know. The new Noah's Ark 4. This is Parrots and Pandas. So, this is cute. I do not need any more Christmas ornaments to make, but this I do need. Blue skin. Look at that. George Washington, 1776. George Washington, cherries, horse, American flag. What else does anyone need on the chart? And Merfolk's Eden. So it's not very often that you get a merman and a mermaid and narwhals and dolphins all in the same chart. You get it all in this one. And this is a companion piece to Fractal Mermaid. I mean, I say companion piece. It would hang very complimentary near it. It's basically... It's not the exact color palette, but it's close. It's very pomegranate-ish. Priscilla and Chelsea are hosting another sow. I don't know how they get through everything. But Priscilla, it just whips them out. Pumpkin Hollow Farms. I have plenty of these. I know y'all will be looking for them. I'm sure Priscilla will do a color conversion. If not, the DMCs are available. This is model stitched in Crescent Colors, Weeks, and Gentle Arts. But you can do whatever you want. Cute. The new release in the Cottage Garden Songbirds Garden. Cottage Garden Samplings. Cottage Garden Songbird Series number 2. He's so cute. This one doesn't take near as many colors as the cardinal one, the love one. I adored it, but ooh. Oh, this is Stitched in Weeks. It's real cute. Love that. And then I went and got some oldie Little House Needleworks, because whenever I order from the distributor, I always go back to the oldest charts that were added, because we've all got, I shouldn't say we all, because that's not true. Most shops have the Farmhouse Christmas, the Home for the Holidays, the new and popular ones, but there's some beauties in the Little House Needleworks. They are kind of Plum Street. This one is kind of heartstring samplery-ish to me. This is chart number 95, 13 colonies. I love that. It's like a marriage of heartstring sampleries and By the Bay with that center piece. I mean, that is shocking. Pam, I'm sure you've done this. If you've done it, show it on your video, because I want to be in awe. I love it. Red Rooster Inn. Because if you have the pumpkin in, you need the Red Rooster Inn. Sampler Ornament Merry Christmas. It's a tiny little Merry Christmas. But sometimes you need sometimes you need to stitch the Golden Girls just to give yourself a break from Ronnie Rowe. From a chart you love, but you still break it up. And these two were my favorites. The Beatitudes. I love the older Little House Needlework charts. There were a lot of big ones in there. This one's from 2017, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's a big one. The Beatitudes. So cute. Lots of letters. Some people love stitching letters. Some people hate it. I think I like it because I feel like I'm getting somewhere quick. And I love this. These is my words. These is my words. A counter cross-stitch design created from the wonderful novel written by the best-selling author Nancy Turner. So, you know I have to read this now because I haven't read it. But I love it. So cute. So these is my words. And it says, "A few flowers amidst the vegetables bring bees. All the garden rejoices." And it says here, the story behind the sampler, Sarah Agnes Prine, the subject of this sampler and the American West trilogy by Nancy Turner. The first is called These Is My Words, followed by Sarah's Quilt, then The Star Garden. I started dreaming about a design for the books, never thinking in a million years that there would actually be one. I contacted Nancy, who lives in Tucson, and we met at the annual Festival of Books here at the University of Arizona. We formed a friendship and a mutual respect for one another's work. These Is My Words is a loving creation based on the spirit of the book and my design imagination. Thank you, Nancy, for your encouragement and friendship. Nancy continues to write for our reading pleasure, and I hope she never stops, and I know you will agree. These is my words. I love this. Like, I can see this on the wall next to my Prairie Life sampler, next to Trust and Chariots. I love it. So anyway, that's what I got. That's what's new and exciting. There's so much. There's other things that have been uploaded in the last week. Those are the other ones that I just thought to show. Oh, Christy Jenks, also known as Kinder Ramblings, mentioned this in one of her Flosstube videos. Girl, wash your face. Every woman should read this. It is adorable. It is funny. It's kind of self-helpish, kind of. I don't know. I don't even know. I wouldn't even call it like. It's not real life coachy, but it's kind of, it says on the back, it's a nonfiction book. You will find she is less cheerleader and more life coach. Nonetheless, you'll walk away inspired. It's just light and fun, and it talks about lies that you tell yourself, that we tell ourselves often as women, as mothers, as sisters, as daughters. And she went into therapy to like deal with some other issues that she had, and one of the things that she came out with it the most was realizing that that there's lies that we tell ourselves mentally all the time. And once she started like recognizing when one of those lies would pop up, she came up with some like really easy, like modern, super doable strategies to combat those lies. So it's not very big. Well, it's like 180 pages. And some of the lies are like not necessarily derogatory towards yourself. They can be derogatory towards other people. I'm trying to find. So this is just a few. The introduction is "Hey girl, hey," which made me giggle. These are just the top 3 lies, and there are 20. I'll hit the highlights. The lie, something else will make me happy. The lie number 2, I'll start tomorrow. Lie number 3, I'm not good enough. Lie number 10, I should be further along than I am right now. I tell myself that all the time. My ice maker just went off back there. Lie number 13, one day I'm going to marry Matt Damon. As I say, some of them are light and some of them are not so light. Lie number 17, I'm defined by my weight. And lie number 19, there's only one way to be right. So, that's just a few. Super funny, lighthearted. I read half of this book I read when Sarah was getting some dental work done last Tuesday. I will finish it this Tuesday, and I'm passing this on to my best friend who's going through it right now, and I know this will give her a pick-me-up, and she'll love it. So that's it, guys. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to go to Publix, get stuff for dinner, and I'm going to come home and hit my Chariot, also known as my recliner, and watch some Flosstube on the big TV while nobody's home. I love y'all. Have a great stitchy week, and congratulations to my winner. I'll see everybody on the other side. Thanks.